Oke teman-teman semua, selamat datang kembali ke Univ Slow UAD ya teman-teman. Dimana pada kesempatan kali ini teman-teman ya, kita akan kembali membahas teman-teman mengenai vocabulary teman-teman ya. Dan tentunya di sini saya sudah memiliki sebuah theoritical review ya, atau skripsi dari seseorang. Oke, malah hilang teman-teman wajah kita. Kita setting dulu biar muncul ya. Waduh, kampret juga teman-teman, bikin susah aja teman-teman ya. Nah, jangan hilang-hilang lah pak, gitu ya, jangan hilang pak. Oke, semoga gak hilang lagi ya. Oke, jadi pada kesempatan kali ini kita akan membahas tentang vocabulary teman-teman ya, dimana vocabulary ini akan kita bahas sesuai dengan skripsi dari teman kita teman-teman ya. Oke, Chapter 2 Theoritical Review. Vocabulary. Number 1 is the definition of vocabulary. Vocabulary plays important roles in mastering English. Rivers in Nunan 1991-70 states that vocabulary is essential and it's important for successful study on the second language. Wilkins di Thornbury 2213 explained that without vocabulary nothing can be conveyed. Vocabulary refers to all words in whole language used in particular variety. Pikulski and Templeton 2004 defined vocabulary as the sum of words are used and understood by students. We use vocabulary when speak and write. The term expressive vocabulary is used to refer to both speaking and writing skills, since these are the vocabularies we use to express ourselves. We understand vocabulary when kita akan pakai kacamata teman-teman ya. Di sini kita akan pakai kacamata dulu. Kita akan pakai kacamata dulu teman-teman. Wah, ternyata macet teman-teman. Woi, jangan macet lah bos, masa iya macet? Gak macet kan? Aman ya? Oke, lanjut. We understand vocabulary when listen to speech and when we read. The terms respective vocabulary is used to refer to reading and listening vocabularies. In line read above statement, Hatch and Brown 1995 stage that the term of vocabulary refers to list of set of words for particular language, or list or set words that individual speaker of language might use. While Hibbert and Camille 2005-3 argue that vocabulary is the knowledge of meaning of words. Knowledge of word comes in at least two forms, oral and brain. The students have to understand both of the two forms to master the English basic well. Based on the definition mentioned previously, it can be concluded that vocabulary means a list or set of words that comes in two forms, oral and print. The vocabulary classes, according to Thornbury 2002, page 3 until 12, the vocabulary classes can be classified as follows. Number 1, A. Nouns. Nouns are the words that refer to a person's place or thing. Some nouns are very similar to verb in meaning, even such as swimming, dancing, and praying, which bring verb qualities to nouns. Some nouns are also fairly like adjective in their meaning, even such as dark. B. Verbs. Verbs are words that denote actions. Verb has two classes. First, the lexical verbs have meaning such as run, jump, sit, and stand. And the second is auxiliary verb, which are generally used for the purpose grammatical than for meaning, such as can, might, and will. C. Adjective. Adjectives are used to highlight qualities or attributes Certain adjectives are typically used to describe particular nouns. For example, light, dark, bright, and dull are used with color names. And the last but not least is adverbs. Adverbs is a verb that changes or qualifies the meaning for a verb, adjective, other verb, clause, sentence, or any other word or phrase. Except that doesn't include the adjective and determines the directly modify nouns. Number 3. Aspect of vocabulary. In learning vocabulary, there are some vocabulary aspects that teachers should be taught to the students. According to Lado 1972, page 1, as cited in Mardinawati 2012, page 11, there are several vocabulary aspects that students should need to know and learn. There are meaning, spelling, pronunciation, and word classes and word use. A. Meaning. When conveying a meaning to the students, teachers should teach their students that a word may have more than one meaning when used in different contexts. In order to discover the meaning, the teacher can use ways such as quiz discovery, contextual guesswork, and dictionaries. Guided discovery involves asking questions or offering a sample that guides students and guess the meaning correctly. The meaning of word can be communicated in many different ways. Nation suggests that teachers can convey meaning to their students by using demonstration or pictures, using object, using gesture, blackboard drawing, and picture of book, and by verbal explanation, analytical definition, putting the new words in a defining context and translating into another language. Nations 1990, page 51, as cited in Karen 2000 and page 6. When the students are involved in discovering meaning, they will never forget those meanings and they will be able to express themselves fluently. Contextual guesswork means the making of the context in which the word appears to derive an idea its meaning, or in some cases, quiz from the word itself. B. Spelling. Spelling is important because it aids in reading. It helps cement and constant connections that is shared between sound and letter. Many letters can represent more than one sound. This is STGN. For example, in the letter A, which can be expressed A as in apple or A as in us. On the other hand, many sounds can be presented by more than letter or combination letter. For example, U appear in put, books, and gold. C. Pronunciation. Pronunciation is the act of manner of pronouncing words. Most of words have only one pronunciation, but sometimes a word has two more pronunciations. English pronunciation is difficult to be learned because it is not related to the spelling of words. Good pronunciation avoids misunderstanding and communication, thus it makes receiver easier to communicate. D. Word classes. Word classes are categories of words. The classification of the words of language in this way depends on the functions they communication. Nouns can occur in certain places of sentences and serve certain functions. Verbs also occur in certain places and have special functions, as so word and class membership is an important lexical features. And the next one is word use. Word use is how a word, phrase, or concept is used in a language. Word using many also involves grammar and thus be subject of pronoun profound analysis. In this case, aspects of vocabulary that will be tough to students are spelling and meaning. The reason for choosing those aspects, it is appropriate with the material being tough in the class using word wall. Okay, I think this is enough for today classes ya. Jadi pada kesempatan kali ini saya kira videonya cukup sampai sekian ya teman-teman, karena ini sudah 10 menit juga dan kita tadi sudah membahas mengenai vocabulary teman-teman ya, especially vocabulary meaning atau definisi dari vocabulary. Dan buat teman-teman semua yang suka dengan video kayak gini ya, kita akan membahas arti-arti sebuah kata ataupun kita akan membaca sebuah skripsi orang. Itu kalian bisa like dan komen teman-teman, kira-kira apa yang harus kita bahas ke depannya, oke? Dan ya mungkin untuk video kali ini cukup sampai sekian dulu ya teman-teman. Terima kasih sudah menonton dan see you in the next video guys. Bye.